All right, this is Daniel from PwnCNC, and here we are about to install the my bracketing system onto the Shapeoko 3's Z Plus. This is the default Z now that whenever you order a brand new machine, this is the one you're going to get. So this is the one that's, yeah, let's get started. What your dust boot kit will come with, if it's a Z independent boot, will be a couple of track brackets. These are my universal track brackets. These will come on all of the other bracketing systems except for the Belt Z. So get two of those, get a left and a right ear. You get a brace. You'll get a relocation kit, a little piece here for moving your Z, your Z proximity switch, and as well as a couple of screws to put that back on. You're going to get a couple of small M5 screws and then 8 longer M5 screws. So we're going to get started by installing the brace. So from the back side of your carriage, I'm going to get this out of the way, we're going to take the brace piece. We're going to slide that from the right side. This is the right side, this is the left side. Slide that right into, and it should gently snap in between these risers for the Z motor, or the Z stepper motor. And real quick before you do that, you're going to have to remove the limit switch. So go ahead and do that first, because we're going to be utilizing both of those, and we're going to relocate those using our kit here. So slide that in. We're going to take the 2 short M5 screws and a 3mm hex wrench. We're going to screw that in here. Go ahead and tighten it down. Yep. And we're going to tighten it down here. That will be a little loose on the left side, but the right side should be real nice and tight. We're going to jump to our ears next. So since this is the right side, I'm going to take the right ear, and we're going to plop that right onto here. I'm going to take one of the longer M5 screws in the top hole and the hole just below it. We're going to tighten both of those down. Now this is screwing into plastic. I've yet to come up with a really good way of mounting those other than through the plastic. You may need to use a driver, a drill or something. Make sure it's on a low torque setting so that once it hits resistance, it starts clicking. We don't want to strip these earpieces. But once you get it in, it should be nice and tight, and that pinches our Z plate or our X plate here so that it gives us a nice stable place to mount our track bracket. So I'm going to jump over to the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take our left ear, line that up, take 2 of our longer screws. And of course, it's a lot easier to figure out which holes to put it in. There's only 2 over there. And again, a driver is helpful. Kind of pinch it from the bottom here. And just make that, butterfingers, I guess. I'm going to tighten that up. I'm going to do the same to the bottom one. I tell you, if you don't have any of these T-hex wrenches, get yourself a pair. It is a breeze to put those in, and they're real cheap over at Harbor Freight. So before I flip it over to the other side to take care of the tracks, let's go ahead and put our limit switch in. Now, of course, you're going to take the screws that came with your limit switch whenever you took off the stock brace. You're going to screw that put that limit switch right here and screw those right into these 2 heat inserts right here. And we're going to take the 2 included bolts, pop those through here, and you'll notice it's just nicely sits right over these 2 additional holes. And that offsets the limit switch or the homing switch actually, so that whenever you home your machine, it doesn't bash, your carriage doesn't bash into, and your tracks don't bash into the right side of your machine. So we're going to put that in. No, it's not setting. Let me loosen this up. Come on, where'd it go? There it goes, finally caught. Now remember, that is also plastic. Again, I haven't found a really good way of adding in some nuts or anything like that to make it a little easier. I'm hoping eventually to make these parts out of aluminum. So that will definitely greatly improve the quality of your experience, but for now, 3D printing does really well. So there, our limit switch, or our proximity switch here, nicely set, all set on the back. Let's flip it over. And of course, you're going to walk around the other side of the machine. And we're going to take our track brackets. Now, all track brackets mount with these circular holes on the outside of the carriage. Now, all the machines should go top left and then bottom right holes, and that's going to put right in here. You'll notice that this particular set has got a couple of extra nuts in there. They are reversed, so don't use those. Those won't give you any support for this track bracket. You need to put them into the top left and the bottom right hole on this right side, and that will put them into the locking washer or locking nuts that are sitting on the back side. I did upgrade these, so should be a breeze to install these tracks now. I'm really happy with the help from some customers who made some suggestions, and I was able to incorporate that in. There, that track bracket is not going anywhere. We've got a nice stable piece along the side. And we're going to take this left track bracket now. We're going to do the top right and the bottom left. And just like before, it's going into the holes with the lock nuts on the back side. Put that in, lightly tighten it. Now these tracks do sit very close to the Z plate, so make sure whenever you're tightening it down, it's not rubbing. There's a little tiny gap in between the track and the Z plate. That way it is not rubbing against there. We don't want any scraping or anything that might affect your Z travel. So there, we've got our track brackets in, up and down. We are ready to go. Next thing up is putting on the support arms, which are super simple, no tools required. Just take the nut plate on the back side, kind of hold it in place. You may need to use a hex wrench or something that can get right in between there. Just hold it right onto that track. Take the thumb screw through the piece, or through the support arm, kind of put it in there. All of my tracks, all of my mounting systems all mount exactly the same way. Once you've got these tracks on, support arms on, and then that holds the boot. Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. info@PwnCNC.com, or there's a contact form right there on my website. And yeah, don't just own your CNC, dominate it.